Hey everyone, Kevin here. As you can see here, I'm on Google Analytics for my website. And this shows you who's viewing my website just now. Now, Google Analytics is essentially the de facto traffic service for websites. You know, everyone uses it. It's what advertisers ask for when they ask for stats. It's what potential website buyers ask for if you're ever selling a website. And it's a great service. I use it for all my websites. Now, whilst it is good, I do find sometimes that you can customize it, you can set up custom pages, but I do find there's a lot of information here, and sometimes it's a little bit, the information overflow, and sometimes I would like something a little bit simpler. And I asked about this recently on Rise forums. I asked if there was any WordPress start plugins that didn't kill performance. In the past, I used WordPress.com stats. This was a separate plugin many years ago. It then was taken over by Automatic, and it was integrated into Jetpack, and they now refer to it as Jetpack Site Stats. I removed it in the past though because I did find that it kind of hurt performance a little bit. Reese Wynn on Rise Forums says that he uses it on a lot of sites and he says it's pretty slick. So in the past I thought that kind of hurt performance a little bit, and not to suggest that Reese is a liar, but obviously I do a lot of tests with these things, and I've been doing a lot of performance tests and testing my website speed and optimizing it. Yesterday I did a review of Perf Matters from Brian Jackson. It's a really good plugin. So I've been optimizing a lot of things. So I wanted to test it myself to see how it performed. So I have produced this article and I've did all the tests for it. So I've tested using Pingdom, GTmetrix, and page speed. Now, I don't want to bore you with all, going through all the tests again, because whenever you run these tests, sometimes they can take 30 seconds or a minute to load. But I'll tell you exactly what I found. Right? So before activating Jetpack Site Stats, I got performance grade B in Pingdom, 41 requests, 509.3 kilobytes. You can see here, GTmetrix shows 25. Page size 485, and I got a score of AA. And load time. Now, load time for these performance websites, they do kind of go up and down depending on, there's lots of factors, with your server and all these other things. Every time you load it, it's a little bit different. Many people say that Pingdom is a much more reliable service to use to do performance tests, but I feel the opposite, because there's lots of times when I've did a test on my website and then I've activated a plugin, and the plugin should be adding additional HTTP requests, and for some reason Pingdom shows you less. So I don't know. I mean, I've been showing Pingdom and GTmetrix just so that, those are the most popular services, so those of you who prefer Pingdom can look at the scores. But just to kind of take a step back for a second, anytime, if you own a WordPress website, anytime you change theme, implement a plugin, take away a plugin, do anything to your website, you should always test your performance and see how it changes when you make those changes. Test your website before using a few different services, and then test it after the change, because when you don't do that, sometimes little things can slip through, and before you know it, your optimized website is very slow, and it's something that you should really try and catch. If there's a plugin, here's the thing, a lot of developers will say that their plugin or theme is optimized for SEO when it's not. They'll say that it's fast loading when it's not. They'll say all these different things just to sell you. And, I've seen it on lots of themes and plugins where the developer will say that it's optimized and it's well coded and all that. And then when you test it, you find it isn't. So assume every developer out there is a liar and test things for yourself. I think that's the safe way to do it. So Jetpack Site Stats. When you're in your Jetpack dashboard, once you've got the plugin activated, Site Stats is heavily promoted on the home page, and all you have to do is click Activate Site Stats, and then WordPress.com stats or Site Stats, whatever you want to call it, it will be activated on your website. So here's what I found. I saw the performance grade drop from 88% to 86%. Page size, for some reason, again, this is Pingdom being strange, Pingdom showed the page size, in fact, that's correct, that's what you'd expect, sorry, I'm getting mixed up. Pingdom showed 2 extra requests and about 4 or 5 kilobytes. GTmetrix showed a couple of 2 kilobytes more and 2 additional HTTP requests. and it showed the Y slow score drop from an A 93% to a B 89%. And again, I'm not going to bother looking at the load times. You can refer to that in the article. Google PageSpeed Insights. Google PageSpeed Insights changed the mobile score. Stayed at 63. Desktop score changed from 86 down to 80. Now you can see down here, it's because of the way that the JavaScript and the CSS etc. is getting loaded from Jetpack. So perhaps, you know, they can fix that in some way. Maybe they can optimize the way that Jetpack is used, or maybe there's another plugin out there that can optimize it. But when you have an optimized website, you should see your score drop by a kind of similar amount. Now, when your page is loaded, now I'm not going to have many stats just now, but that's what you'll see once the plugin's activated. You can view detailed stats, and you can view more on WordPress.com. If I go there, you'll see more stats. Gives you a lot of information. Now I used this in the past, so it does show you stats from before. So, site stats. This is the plugin, and the results show that it's only added 2 requests and a couple of kilobytes of page size, but it did show you the performance scores going down for these 3 services. I was kind of surprised with the page speed score going down too much, but I've always found Google PageSpeed quite a hard service to optimize for. I never seem to get a good score there, as illustrated with my poor mobile rating. For me, you know, the whole point of this test and the whole purpose of this video and article is to do a case study and look at whether it is worth activating site stats, whether the functionality is worth it for the hit that you take. For me, I think it probably is. You know, site stats is a really useful plugin. You can check stats in your WordPress admin area. You can check it on WordPress.com. You can check it on the official WordPress apps. It's very, very useful. It gives you a lot of useful information, stats, top posts and pages, lots of other things like that over the weeks, months, and over time you'll get a lot more stats on WordPress.com. So for just a couple of kilobytes and a couple of requests, I feel Jetpack site stats is probably worth installing. It's up to you guys though. You might feel differently. You might want to get the higher score in these performance websites so that you've got the higher score. But for me, I'm looking for a way to track stats on my website. I want, you know, just to see at a glance the top posts, where the referrals are coming from, all these little things. And for me, it's worth it. So, yep, there you go. It adds 2 requests, adds a few kilobytes. It is worth pointing out though, I have to stress that I'm doing this on a website that is optimized. I'm using WP Rocket, I'm using Auto Optimize, I'm using Perf Matters, and I'm using the CDN from Cloudflare. You will see a much bigger drop in performance if you have not optimized your website. You'll see your page size going up more. You'll see the total number of requests going up more. But if your website isn't optimized, you won't care about any of this anyway, so it's kind of irrelevant to even bring that up. So yeah, it's just worth pointing out that I've did all these tests on a website that is kind of optimized already with an AA rating, and I did drop down to an AB, but it's still a really good score. And for me, it probably is sacrificing a little bit of score on a performance website, a little bit of adding 2 additional requests. Page loading times don't seem to be affected too much. I will keep monitoring that though and check it. One thing to say before I go, you'll see no way here to manage your stats. Automatic make it an absolute pain in the ass to deactivate the module. So if you activate site stats, you give it a try, you don't like it, here's what you need to do. You need to scroll all the way down to the bottom of the page. You need to go to debug. When that loads, which I hope it does this time, this century. Come on. Right, okay, here we are. You click on access the full list of Jetpack modules, and it will bring up the module page where you can activate and deactivate modules. You scroll down to site stats and click on deactivate. Now, for me, that's an absolute pain. The fact you need to go to the dashboard, then go to a link hidden down at the bottom of the page, and then go to another link, and then you get taken to this page. This should be linked directly in the Jetpack menu. I don't know why they're doing this. I saw someone complain about this on their forums or WordPress.org, and their official response was that they were trying to simplify the process. But in my opinion, what they're doing is complicating it, and they're just making it more difficult to deactivate any of the modules in Jetpack once it's been activated. That doesn't make it more user-friendly. That makes it a pain, and I don't like that. That's the kind of thing. It's sneaky. So please stop that, Automatic, if you're watching that. Please stop that. It's a great plugin, but things like that annoy the hell out of me. So there you go, guys. Please do check out my article, and you can look at the stats closely yourself. Yeah, let me know what you think. Do you agree with me? Do you agree that this small hit in performance is worth it to get the functionality of a stats plugin that shows you traffic and hits and, you know, information about your visitors? It is a kind of simplified version of Google Analytics in a way, but that's exactly what I was looking for. So thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please do check out the article, and please do leave a comment on my blog, on Rise Forums, or on YouTube. Until next time, guys, take care.